Okay, we're gonna have to put on our tinfoil hats for this video because this may or may not be the reason why in canon for Season 4, the Season of the Huntress, aka the Season of Melina, aka the Season of Chaos, rebranded. We might have an explanation why we're getting Chaos-themed skins based off of the Titan Havoc cutscene at the end of the Mortal Kombat 1 story mode, and it's explained right here. What's up? It's your boy Dynasty, back with some Mortal Kombat 1 goodness, some MK Uno. I love this game, it's the best. Because I stumbled upon a Twitter thread that had a screenshot of this, and I couldn't help but laugh because essentially, it's saying that despite Melina in this season's story, if you've not kept up, Melina essentially comes from the Shang Tsung flesh pits, kills Shang Tsung, uses his flesh pits to create different clones of Melina. So she has an army of Melinas from every different timeline variation, hence why in the wallpaper art you see throughout the trailers and marketing for this season, you have like the Deception Melina, the MKX Melina, the MK11 Melina, the Flesh Pits Melina. She has an army of all these Melinas, right? Yet, on the Mesa, for the third boss on the Tarkatan War Camp, instead of just calling one of those Melinas, right? Hey, I got a million options of Melinas here. You know what she does? This is the response we get. Melina's heightened intelligence helped her realize that people in chaos are easily conquered. So she called upon her timeline's havoc to reduce our realm to anarchy. May the Elder Gods help us if he succeeds. At this point, with my tinfoil hat on, I do not know if this is their way to kind of have a gotcha moment. Like, you see, it's because she's calling upon the havoc, the chaos, or not, but is this not essentially what happened to our season? How does this make sense in the canon and lore of this game's Season 4 story? Why would she call upon the people from the Chaos Realm? Why would she call Havoc? Why? Maybe it's because Havoc's boss battle was already planned to be there? Maybe they just reshuffled this word salad to make it make sense? Even though it goes entirely against the entire story they were telling, with Melina having control of the flesh pits and an army of Melinas. Again, this is right before a boss battle on this Mesa, which should be in the vein of the story. Not once in the cutscenes for this season is Havoc ever mentioned. They mention everything else about her taking control of the flesh pits, taking control of an army of Melinas, yet in text right here, this pop-up for this boss battle. Hey Havoc, how you doing? I got a whole army of Melinas, but I need your help. Make it make sense. What? Please make it make sense. So in today's video, we'll be going over the intro and the ending of Season 4, the Season of the Huntress, so you can see for yourself that this is insane. This is insane. Essentially the response they gave you. If you're wondering why we have some Havoc-themed costumes, well, it's because Melina and Havoc are working together this season, even though in the cutscenes it's never mentioned. Drop a like if you love Mortal Kombat 1 like me! Woo! And without further ado, let me show you how none of this makes any sense at all.
There once was a Shang Tsung even more ambitious than ours. Having created a Melina hybrid, he decided that she wasn't quite perfect. She needed more intelligence. His intelligence. So he created a new Melina, one with Katana's grace, Tarkatan ferociousness, and the sorcerer's boundless intellect. In the end, she proved his undoing. This new Melina killed her creator, made his flesh pit the hybrid factory, which she uses to construct multitudes exactly like her. Now an army of Ultra Melinas has invaded this timeline. If it is not stopped, we are doomed. Great genius and wanton cruelty are two attributes one hopes not to find in the same being. Unfortunately, Melina has both. If she is not destroyed, she will turn this timeline into her personal hunting ground, and the suffering of its inhabitants will be exquisite. After a bloody, costly battle, the hybrid army was smashed. Its remnants quickly retreated to its timeline origin. Though the battle was won, the war was not over. The fleeing hybrids were pursued back to their flesh pits. Trapped there, they were obliterated. But even that victory was not total. Some escaped, and they are determined to reconstitute their numbers. Now a squadron travels from timeline to timeline, seeking out these final pockets of resistance. It must find and destroy all of the remaining hybrids. For if even one of these Melinas survives, the realms remain in peril.
What do you know? In the entirety of those cutscenes, the 2.5 minutes of cutscenes you get for wasting your life away, hours and hours of redundant invasions gameplay, there's not a single mention of calling Havoc and being like, hey Havoc, can you help me? No, but you know what you do get? You know what you get? You get Melina's clones. An army of Melinas. So instead of just giving you various different Melinas as boss battles for this game, right? Doing something cool when you've had months and months and months to create this invasions, this season. No, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just write this here and say that, yeah, you know, Havoc took part in this invasion, yet it was never mentioned at all in any of the cutscenes. And I'm pretty sure this is NetherRealm Studios' way to be like, hey, if you were wondering why they look like fruit roll-ups, aka based off of Titan Havoc, this is why. So I just thought it was so funny how one of the boss battles in this season, in canon, is Havoc. Despite Melina having endless amounts of clones, she decided to just call the season of Chaos, which ultimately leads me to think that this was already implemented for the Chaos season, and they just, you know, rearranged this and they made it work. So there you go. Season of Melina, where she calls Havoc for help despite having a full army of Melinas. Don't you love Mortal Kombat 1? So again, what do you all think of this? Am I nitpicking? I saw a thread of this on Twitter and everybody was just not surprised at all. Everybody was laughing at this because it truly makes zero sense from a lore and canon standpoint. I know it's just the boss battle, but it's funny because essentially this is what happened with the season. She called Havoc and he made everybody look like Havoc. Sherbet ice cream, fruit roll-up, vomit, the Joker. I love this game. It's great. Anyways, drop a like if you're excited to play season number 5 based on Raiden. Of course, subscribe to some more MK content like this on the channel. Till next time, been your host, been Dynasty. You guys, please take care, stay safe. Ultimately, guys, what a missed opportunity. What a missed opportunity. How are you going to market this as like, you know, all the Melinas at their disposal, and instead we get this along with his skins. I feel for Melina fans. I'm sorry that this game is what it is, but at this point, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not surprised. It's just funny to me now. I love you. Peace.